Hello, 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 my beautiful, radiant souls. Welcome to my channel. I am Samuel, the Lightweight Shower. If you're new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. We would love to have you around. If you're returning, thank you for coming back and tuning in. Today we have a bit of a different spread. I am actually pulling from the Isis Oracle. And whenever I do oracle spreads, you'll learn how I read here pretty quick is I always do tarot clarifier cards, and then I try to use another oracle deck for our secret message, and then I also pull from the bottom of the tarot deck for a secret message. So 4 secret messages coming through today, and the decks that I'll be using, I'll have them in the description box below, but we're using the Isis Oracle as our base spread. We're using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck as our clarifier cards and our first secret message. We are pulling from the top of the Moon Magic Oracle for our 3 secret messages that go with this spread. And then we are also pulling from the bottom of the Isis Oracle to complete our secret messages to give us a well-rounded overview of how this is playing out in our lives and what we're talking about here. So let's go ahead and get started. So in the Wing of Isis Oracle spread, the first card is, what is the real issue for the collective right now on a spiritual level? So that is where we're embarking. What the guides, I think it's funny that I just read what that means, and now I'm tuning into the guides, and they're like, the metamorphosis has begun. They're saying that really, really loudly. The metamorphosis has begun. So the transformation, the change, the metamorphosis has begun. They just keep saying that. So in position number 1, what is the issue on a spiritual level? Ultimately, that's what the question is. So the Portal of Light Oracle card, right? Isis Oracle card, plus the Death card, okay, for our clarifier came out. And what that means is the theme of this off the top is timeline transition, cellular rebirth, and karmic migration. So the collective is not dealing with the problem. You're not dealing with the problem. You're experiencing a dimensional relocation. The Portal of Light is showing that many in this collective are stepping out of old timelines, dissolving outdated soul contracts, detaching from ancestral fear and density, and moving through the veil faster than their minds can process. When we have the Death card as a clarifier coming up next to it, this clarifies that this is a full karmic molt. You're just shedding karmic lies, shedding karmic ties, shedding all of the karmic rigmarole. So something fundamental is ending here. Identity, habits, relationships, energetic anchors, not because they failed, but because they cannot accompany your soul into the next octave that it's going up to, okay? So a strong message coming from the guides is, as a collective, we are not dying, okay? We are discontinuing the version of ourselves who could not receive our highest density or our higher destiny, okay? So the position number 2 is the past life and present power card, and it's accompanied by the Devil card as the clarifier. So when these 2 cards come out, the theme is soul memory awakening, shadow integration, and power retrieval. So that's a huge message coming through in this position number 2. As a collective, we're remembering ancient lifetimes, gifts, mastery, and sacred roles. But with that remembrance comes the surface and the surfacing of the exact fears that once shut those powers down, okay? So that we can address them. So the Devil here is not malevolent. Okay, it represents the ego's old survival programs, subconscious contracts to stay small, past life vows of silence, self-sacrifice or spiritual hiding, addictive patterns of overgiving or self-diminishing that are being exposed so that they can be healed. And the healing comes from recognizing the shadow as a past life echo, not a present limitation. So the guides are saying, again, your guides are coming through very clearly saying what feels heavy is only what was once powerful. You are remembering the weight of your own undiscovered greatness. So the day-to-day healing will be breaking micro patterns of self-limitation, choosing the path of power, not comfort, and breathing through old fear instead of embodying it. Okay, so that's a strong message coming through for the collective. The third card or position number 3 in the third card, is the Pillar of Light descent of the Star of Isis. Okay, and that comes up with the Magician. So I'm going to let you know right now, this is a powerful combination. The Pillar of Light plus the Magician, the theme is multidimensional alignment, manifestation mastery, and divine embodiment. So this is profound, okay? Profound and powerful. The collective's outcome is becoming the channel, not just following it. So as a collective, we are becoming the open vessel for the divine to flow through, create through us, and just to be our highest expression. So the Pillar of Light is the full descent of the higher self into the body. That's what that means. And as a collective, we are undergoing intuitive amplification, clear gifts or clear senses reactivating. So clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairalience, clairgustance, clairtangency, clairempathy, all of those are coming online. Quantum manifestations and ability to influence reality with intention. So set those intentions and set them right. Remember also to focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. Okay? Higher dimensional awareness is coming online. So the Magician, as the clarifier, means the collective. As a collective, we are moving into creator consciousness. That's what that means. We are manifesting faster. We are speaking timelines into being. We are aligning thought, emotion, and energy into a single chord of power. And we're becoming the cause, not the effect. So very, very powerful message. And the message from your guides pertaining to this position is, what you once prayed for, make sure I'm hearing this right, what you once prayed for, you will now command. Okay? So yeah, what you once prayed for, you will now command. And in position number 4, we have the challenge and the opportunity. So this is, what is the biggest challenge or opportunity for you to get to the best outcome? As a collective, what this means is, this is the Chariot of Ascension. Obviously, that symbol that's on there is the Merkaba. Okay, that's the Merkaba symbol. And that is like your light body. So that's also the Earth Star Chakra. So listening to 396 hertz or any kind of meditational music like that, or even 6-9 hertz would really benefit you right now because it heals the Merkaba. Okay, so also this is the Chariot of Ascension plus Strength card. So what this is a general theme for the collective that equals energetic discipline, spiritual mastery, courageous momentum. And the challenge is simple: keeping the soul's momentum despite the body's resistance. The Chariot of Ascension shows rapid spiritual acceleration. Strength clarifies that the opportunity is emotional self-regulation and inner fortitude. There's a deep compassion for self during these upgrades. So remember to have compassion for yourself. Remember to hold yourself and others in a higher light, okay? So be optimistic and positive about yourself and others right now. So because you're mastering the mind while the soul expands. So stay in control of your thoughts, stay in control of your processes, set good intentions, and remember to focus on what you do want and not what you don't want. Your guides are saying you don't need to push harder. You need to align deeper. So movement comes from inner mastery, not outer force, okay? So that's a powerful message coming through Strength in the Chariot of Ascension. In position number 5, we have the Serpent of Fire, okay, Isis Oracle card, and we have the 5 of Cups. The theme of this is Kundalini activation right off the top. This is emotional alchemy as well, and this is also turning loss into power. So let me go deeper on that. The Serpent of Fire is an Isis priestess initiation, okay? So a rise of sacred energy, intuition, and spiritual potency. The 5 of Cups, that's clarifying it, clarifies that emotional heaviness, grief, and release are not setbacks, but alchemical fuel for the serpent's rise. What is the serpent? The serpent is your Kundalini energy. Serpent energy has always been called the Kundalini, the coiled energy at the bottom, at the base of the spine. As you ascend into higher consciousness and into higher spirituality and into higher enlightenment, it uncoils and works its way up the spine, dually, left and right. And as it goes around and around, kind of like the caduceus that they have on the medical ambulances and the hospital and all of that, well, the caduceus is a perfect example of that. Those 2 serpents going around the staff, which equals the spine, and then coming together at the top of the head and illuminating your third eye, and then exploding out of your crown like this. It reminds me of the fireworks. You know those things that you light up and it's like a fountain and it like shoots up and it's all sparkly? Well, that's what it looks like when you reach that level of enlightenment on a spiritual level. If you could see the energy, it would be like it just blows out at the top, and then it's like this ever-flowing waterfall of this sacred energy that is this infinite loop of your Kundalini risen. So this is also what we call Christed beings and Christ consciousness activation, okay? So your guides say, let the tears clear and the path for the goddess within you, the divine feminine within you, those deeper, higher spiritual aspects within you to gain more control. Don't grip the past, okay? That's a huge message coming through. Don't mourn what your higher self removed. What's gone had to leave so your initiation could begin. So that's what's happening here. So there's nothing to be afraid of. You're not wrong. It might feel a bit like anxiety, anxiousness, restlessness, stress, pressure, right? So, what came to mind right now, I'm getting a clairvoyant kind of vision, is a trash compactor. Like it feels like you were being boxed in somehow, and you're not. This is just your mind pushing back on the unknown, pushing back on these developments that are definitely new to your experience in this life. So don't worry, breathe through it. 4-7-8 breathing helps a lot here. That brings you back to your divine center. So all you do is inhale for 4 counts, hold it for 7 counts, and then exhale slowly for 8 counts. Okay, do that over and over again until it recalibrates your central nervous system. All right, so the secret messages in the Oracle Overlay activation, the first one coming out from the bottom of the Rider-Waite deck, is the Queen of Wands. So these will be the final downloads anchoring this reading into our field, okay? So the Queen of Wands, which is our collective, becoming magnetic, creative. This is our creativity. This is our confidence. This is our intuitive sovereignty. This is our mastery of energetic presence. So this is us stepping into our light. And the guides are saying your light will not apologize anymore. And the expectation of the divine is for you not to. Okay? You don't apologize for being you. No more. No more. We're done with that. All right, message number 2 is metamorphic. And I thought that this was very synchronistic, right? Because the message coming through was your metamorphosis has already begun. You're already in it. And then for metamorphic, number 33 to be coming out. And as you know, if you saw yesterday's reading, our angel number was 33. And our deeper message was the mastery that comes through that. Well, if you don't know anything about mastery, a huge part of mastery is going through a metamorphosis stage or an ego death. I don't like to use the word ego death because you need an ego to actually to interact with this world. If you go through, let me say this, if you kill your ego, will you not have the same name when you wake up? Yes, you will. Will you go and look in the mirror and see the same face? Yes, you will. So you're still an ego. The only thing that changes is you have a more desirable ego and a less desirable ego, okay? So Hitler was a very undesirable ego. Jesus and Buddha were very desirable egos, okay? Still egos, just more desirable, less desirable. That's the only thing that changes. I want to make that clear. I think in the spiritual community, we sometimes feel like we can get rid of our ego. We do not get rid of ego. You don't get to be in the human experience without an ego. The ego is your name. The ego is how you look. The ego knows who you are. The ego knows, okay? So the same way that you're not going to forget everything that came before, otherwise you would slide back into that non-desirable ego. So you will still remember the ego. You just remember these were less desirable aspects of my ego, and now I have more desirable aspects for me in the collective in my ego. Now you can kill an identity and have a new identity, but you may not kill your ego, okay? Not without suicide. So this equals metamorphic, major transformation, cellular reshaping, new identity. This is the butterfly ripping through the last threads of the cocoon, this metamorphic. I love this message. So message number 3 is fly by night. Okay, number 32. And these are from the Moon Magic Oracle. I'll put all the decks in the description for you as soon as I get it all uploaded and get it created. So, this is Fly By Night. This is our collective is being guided through the in-between spaces, the dreams, intuition, night downloads, soul travel. Answers come in silence and stillness. So, don't be afraid of the stillness right now. Don't be afraid of meditating right now. Understand that those symbols and signs and synchronicities in your dreams, that's your subconscious mind. That's the way it speaks. Your soul speaks to you through your feelings. Your subconscious mind speaks to you through those symbols, those dreams, those signs, those synchronicities that you are waking up from. And remember, how you feel after a dream is a key map reader, okay? So how a dream makes you feel, or what those signs and symbols brought you to in feeling, is the soul speaking to you on a subconscious level. So remember that. Keep a dream journal if you can and start writing them down. If you can't remember your dreams, start trying to remember little key elements in them. Keep a dream journal next to your bed and write down as much as you can remember. It doesn't matter if it's one thing. I saw a red shirt. I saw a blue ball. I saw a balloon pop. I saw a police officer. I saw this in my dream. Whatever. The more you write down the aspects of your dreams, the more you're going to remember, okay? That's what we call dream journaling. And the more you do it, the better you're going to become at it. And the more those signs and symbols are going to present to you. And then those emotions and those feelings are going to come back to you. And they're going to start guiding your way, okay? So that's a strong message coming through the guides right now that they want someone to know. All right, so just remember, answers come in silence and stillness. The first quarter is our message number 4. So this is our momentum in building. We take aligned action, not frantic action. This is the phase of stepping into your role, not waiting for confirmation, not waiting for someone to tell you it's okay, and not looking for validation when you do, okay? Just allowing it to unfold the way that it's meant to for you, and stepping into your true self. Stepping into your full essenced beingness, okay? Your full embodiment of your higher self now. So, the last one that came up, and I thought that this was so magical, was from the Isis Oracle, the bottom of the deck, Abundance of Sothis. So, the abundance of Sothis is stellar blessings, cosmic alignment, incoming prosperity. This means financial flow is opening. Destiny activations are happening for us as on a collective level. So soul mission alignment is coming in. This can be soul family. This can be that dream job. This can be that dream, whatever that equals you creating the life you love and having that abundant, fulfilled life in general. This is the abundance of opportunities. This is the divine support increasing. Your guides are saying blessings have already been released. Prepare your life to receive them. Stay aligned, stay in your vibrational quality that shares that space and creates more space for those abundant blessings to flow through to you. So this was a really powerful message. It was a really uplifting, powerful message for our collective. I was really happy that they brought this through as a super general collective reading. All of my readings that I do on this channel are obviously correct collective readings, but this is somehow wider. Sometimes it lands on some, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it lands on all, sometimes it doesn't, but this is actually the message for our entire collective. So if you stayed for this entire reading is yours, okay? You're a part of our collective, and that means that all of this is meant for you. And I am just like so happy. I'm congratulating everybody on this. Good job. How about that? The final collective transmission from your guides is, as a collective, we are not breaking down, okay? We are breaking open. What feels like endings is initiation. What feels like fear is memory. What feels like delay is preparation. Walk through the portal. I am holding the torch for you, and I will walk with you, okay? The guides are saying, Samuel holds the torch and we walk with you, okay? So thank you so much for being in this reading. Thank you so much for sharing this loving space with me. Thank you so much for being a part of my collective. And just thank you for sharing this amazing energy with me and letting me read into this for you. Thank you so much. I am eternally grateful. As always, if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. I love you unconditionally. I love you all unconditionally, okay? Subscriber or not. And I definitely, if you're not a subscriber, do consider subscribing. We would love to have you around, and this is a safe, loving space where you get those uplifting messages that will show you and help to elevate you to your higher timeline. So with all that said, until that time and place when we are face to face and we embrace for always in infinite love, light, and blessings, and I will see you in my next reading.